So welcome to Dynamic Foundry Group. Today we are going to see a small video on how to define the tapping temperature of the metal. So let us start the video. It is most important to understand that the radiation loss happening during the pouring of metal and loss of temperature during the metal transfer plays an important role in deciding the pouring and the tapping temperature. So this video we are going to see some important tips to reduce or optimize the radiation loss and the temperature loss during the metal transfer process for defined pouring temperature. First, we have to define the pouring temperature of last box. The temperature loss during pouring from first box to last box has to be calculated. Add temperature loss during pouring of first box to last box temperature to get first box pouring temperature. So you have to got first last box temperature, then you have to add the temperature loss between first box and last box to that last box temperature to get your first box pouring temperature. Temperature loss during metal transfer need to be calculated for defining tapping temperature. Add temperature loss during metal transfer from first box temperature to get tapping temperature. So you have to add the metal transfer temperature loss to the temperature of first box to achieve your tapping temperature. So it's important. So let us take an example here. Say we are have a DFG cover part. Required pouring temperature is 1380 degrees centigrade for the last box. Considering the total pouring time around 6 minutes, the temperature loss between 5 to 6 degree per minute. The total loss will be around 30 to 35 degree in the total span of pouring. So considering the last box pouring temperature 1380, we have to maintain 1380 plus 40, that is 1420 at first box pouring temperature. So now with 1420 degrees centigrade temperature for the first box, we have to define tapping temperature by considering the drop of temperature during metal transfer from furnace to first box. It depends mainly on two important things, that is ladle condition and distance and the time taken for the metal transfer. Here, one of the exercise we have conducted during our skill development program shows the loss of temperature during metal transfer. You can see 86 degrees, 60 degree, then 44 degree, 89 degree, and one more is 46 degree. These are for the cast iron, and for a jan it is 109 degree. So these are the temperature losses from tapping to first box. So you have to calculate it on your own, and then you have to add it to your first box temperature. Tips and guidelines. Ladle condition is one of the important factor. You have to have a good condition of ladle. It should be red hot. It should be clean. Put sterile cover on the ladle to reduce temperature loss. That is very important. Validate temperature loss in your foundry and try to optimize it. Speed up ladle transfer from furnace to molding line. This is very important to speed up that activity. Ensure ladle preheated with metal initially before use. After ladle lining to reduce the temperature loss. Then use time with buzzer for controlling and monitoring the pouring time. Train and improve skill of pouring operators regularly. It's very important to train and improve the skills of pouring operator for not only for the pouring but to transfer the metal. It's very important to upgrade their skills regularly. Cover ladles even before after cover ladles up even after pouring so that it will remain red hot for next heat as well. So it is very important to keep ladle red hot for next heat as well by covering them. Take tapping temperature just before tapping. Take temperature in the ladle before first box is poured to get temperature loss during the transfer of metal. Take temperature before one but last box so that you can decide whether to pour last box considering the temperature of second last box. So it is very important. Many times we do it, take the temperature on last box and we find the temperature is on lower side, but it is in vain actually, because when you take the temperature in last box, you can't do anything on particular that box. So whatever efforts you are taking is all in vain. So take the temperature for second large box, so that you can get an idea that whether you can have enough temperature to pour the large box or not. You can save that large box as well if the temperature is on low side. Also, you can assess that whether the sufficient quantity of metal is available to pour the large box or not. So it is very important to verify the second large box. Keep doing this exercise regularly is very important. It is important to do the inoculation, remove slack from the ladle, remove twin dish cover from the treatment ladle for ductile ion transfer within no time. So that action has to be taken very fast, so that the time you're not losing much time in those actions, and your time will be saved, and definitely your temperature loss will be reduced. So to save time and save temperature loss as well. So any saving here will have saving in your power cost, as well as will reduce your shrinkage, pH, and cold shut rejection as well. So you have to work on these activities quite seriously. While installing new pouring line, ensure sufficient distance between two pouring lines, so that minimum time will be taken for adjustment of ladle while pouring. This is very important, so that proper pressure head can be maintained as well. So while selecting new line or installation of new line, take care of minimum distance travel should be maintained between melting furnace and molding line to reduce time between tapping and first box temperature. It also helps you to reduce your temperature loss during metal transfer, which definitely help you in reducing your power consumption as well. So next one is you can see some of the pictures with ladle preheating, ladle pouring with ladle cover and reduced drop temperature, a red hot treatment ladle with good condition of pocket. This will help you in reducing your temperature loss. Next one is validation of wireless temperature meter is very important. Pyrometer, laser gun, all the temperature meter needs to be validated periodically. It is very important. The difference between those are should not be more than 5 degree. So these are some of the pictures. For radiation loss, we have taken one trial or one case study. I'm just showing you with without ladle cover, tapping temperature was 1428. Pouring temperature for last box was 1327. So total loss during the pouring of span of 5 minutes was 100 degree. So loss per minute was 20 degree. So without ladle cover, the loss per minute was 20 degree. With ladle cover, the tapping temperature 1375, pouring temperature for last box 1356. Total loss during 5 minutes of time is 20 degree. So loss per minute is around 4 degree per minute. So with lateral cover, the loss of temperature reduces drastically from 20 degree to 4 degree. So this is the pictures showing this radiation loss data. Considering this is important to give supervisors pouring temperature for the first box and last box, then defining then the tapping temperature is very important, that we should assign supervisors pouring temperature, not the tapping temperature, because many times the tapping temperature depends on the condition of ladle, the distance, the you can say many other things. So it's always better to give them pouring temperature for large box and let them decide the tapping temperature as well. So tapping temperature may get changed out based on factors like number of boxes to be poured, lateral condition, ambient temperature, and seasons. So it may vary. You can say shift to shift, season to season, ladle to ladle, time to time, supervisor to supervisor, or part to part, or foundry to foundry as well. So it's very important to give that freedom to the supervisors to decide the difference between the tapping temperature and the pouring temperature. So this is from my side. Thank you very much for patient hearing.